Hey guys, my name is Nuclear Peanut and welcome to my Zova Shock Dart Guide. If you have seen my past videos or live streams, then you may know that I am a Zova main and I have used a lot of my arrows in matches. So I'd like to share some of my good arrow spots in all maps including Ascent. I will be showing with the recon arrow as it will show in the mini map. Starting off with the split map, if you are holding heaven from B side and if the enemies are planting the spike or defusing it on default, then you can do a simple arrow lineup by aiming at this top left corner of this orange board and shoot with a single bounce and one full charge, and it will land in the default plant. If you are in the back alley of B side and you know if the enemies are planting or defusing the spike in B default, then you can prevent it by coming near this corner and aim at this tiny single leaf. Again, single bounce with one full charge and it will land in B default. There are not much arrow lineups in A side, but you can always use the crown wall to prevent the spike plant or defusal on A default behind the LED screen. And if the plant is near this elbow, you can bounce using this wall. I know this is not a recon guide, but I have found two solid recon arrows from A side. The first is for A ramp from this corner. This is a modified arrow of Dafran in which you aim this bulb between the bounce diamonds and shoot with 2.1 charge, and it will land on the umbrella and it is pretty hidden to the enemies. From A lobby, you can shoot an insane recon arrow to B back behind the cupboard for more information. The enemies would be shocked and would be wondering where the arrow just came from. Come near this corner in A lobby and aim to the left of this tall building. You can see that there are small grey lines on this building and you have to aim at the fifth line for the proper height, and your left bounce diamond should be perfectly aligned with this wooden line. Shoot with one bounce and full charge and it will land in B back. Moving into Heaven map, for an A default, you can shock dart from B link by going to the left corner of this entrance and aim at the center of this roof that has a small W below it. Just tap it and it will land on default of A. From A Heaven, you can shoot a simple lineup on A default by bouncing your arrow on this double boxes. Moving to B side, if enemies are planting the default near garage, then you can line up shock dart from A link by moving a bit right to this wall and aim at this wall next to the C link entrance. You have to aim at the left part of this wall to do it correctly. Aim a bit higher than middle and double bounce it with full charge and it will land perfectly on the default plant. If you place your aim a bit high or lower or aim on the other side of the wall, it will not work correctly. And if the enemies have planted on default near A link, then you can shock dart from garage window entrance the same way but on the opposite wall. Moving to C side, you can shock dart default from B link corner. Aim such that this vertical roof is between your knuckle like this and just tap it. If you're holding from C cubby, then you can shock dart by moving to this corner and aim at this part of this big leaf and just tap it, and it will land perfectly in the default of C side. You can always experiment with it, like if the plant is for long, then aim a bit left and tap. For the bind map, A default plant, you can hold it from A bathrooms by an insane arrow lineup from this corner of the wall and then aiming roughly between this top triangle on this hole. Just tap it and it will land in the default of A. From A Heaven, you can shock dart default by moving to the right of this heaven and aim at this bulb on the bathroom wall and single bounce with 2 full charge. And for A shot from heaven, you can bounce a shock dart from the right edge of this wall with 1.5 charge and a single bounce. From A lamps, you can shock dart A shot default by moving to this corner of this lamp entrance, then aim so that half of your bounce diamond has merged with this small ledge. Then just tap it and it will land in the default of A shot. And from the back of A shot, you can shock dart by hugging this small wood box and aim at the tip of this single leaf and shoot with 1 bar of charge. Moving forward to the ascent map, for A side default plant near the generator, you can shock dart from A long from this corner of the wall. Aim at the center of the curve of this cloud and just tap it and it will land perfectly near this generator. And from A heaven, you can shock dart the same spot by going near this corner and aim between the wall and this small cloud. Just tap it and it will land near the generator default plant. For B side from CT, you can shock dart default by moving near this small box and aim at the level of the white line on the wire of this bulb. Then aim on the edge of the shadow on this wall and shoot with 2 charge and 2 bounces. From B main, you can shock dart the same spot by hugging this cubby in B main and stand a bit forward by not hugging the wall behind you. Then aim on this wall below the line on this arch, double bounce with 2 charge and it will land in the default of B. For mid aggressive peekers, you can shock dart from the market entrance by aiming between these 2 windows and then aim at the roof. Shoot with single bounce and 1 bar of charge and it will land in the mid, damaging the early peekers. For A shot peekers, you can shock dart from this T spot. Aim at the center of this door and then aim a bit lower right than this roof tip and shoot with full charge and a single bounce. So that's it for my shock dart guide. What arrow spot would you use in your matches? Comment below, as I love to read your thoughts on my content. And since you have stuck around till the end, make sure you drop a like and smash the subscribe and bell icon to stay updated with my future Valorant guides, which will help you become a better player. My name is Nuclear Peanut and thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun.